What's going on, everybody? King Might here with another video for you guys. Look, I just got done watching Dragon Ball Super episode 101, and it was great. It was fire. I'm not going to hold you any longer. Let's get into it. Okay, so, first of all, can we give Android 18 a round of applause? Will the real Android 18 stand up, please? She was low-key savage in this episode. I thought it was freaking hilarious how she just picked up Homegirl and, with the dimensional powers and threw her out the arena. It was classic. I liked it. I really, really liked it. Yeah, no, she was savage. And then I gotta give my props to Frieza, too. He was savage, dude. He was holding this humongous dude by his head. And then, of course, Vegeta's like, look, bruh, we don't do that stealing stuff. Like, no, that dude was mine, not yours. You don't need to be taking them. But then, of course, Frieza's like, nope, first come, first serve, bro. You shoulda beat him when you had the chance, so I'ma do it. Boom, threw him off the arena. Savage. Okay. But, anyway, in all seriousness, though, I really, really, really liked this episode. And for two reasons. First of all, this isn't the main reason, but this is one of them. One big reason, one of the two biggest reasons, I should say, is I really liked how they utilized Kale. She went into her normal Super Saiyan form. And by the way, if you have not seen this episode, I repeat, if you have not seen this episode yet, this video right now that you're watching, it is full of spoilers. I would highly, highly recommend you wait and watch the episode first before watching this video because I am going to spoil it. So therefore, yeah, don't watch it. And if you can't find it on your favorite anime site, they are streaming it right now on YouTube as we speak. Just type in Dragon Ball Super in the search bar and it'll show up and it'll say live on the bottom. So therefore, you'll have a plethora of channels to choose from to watch. A lot of them are in the loop mode, so therefore once the episode ends it'll restart, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. Anyway, moving on though, I really like how they used Kale in this episode, and here's the thing. Not only was I happy that she finally learned how to go Super Saiyan, but it's the way she became a Super Saiyan. Like, that's how you become a Super Saiyan. That is how it should be for any Saiyan type character of any kind. When you're dealing with the transformation of Super Saiyan, it needs to be just like that. It needs to come from a need. You need to be angry. You need to be in such disarray that your power just explodes. It was the same way with Trunks when Future Gohan got killed. The pain was so unbearable that he just became a Super Saiyan. Vegeta, so pissed off that he could not keep up with Goku in terms of power, so upset that as powerful as he was, he could not use it, and one day, he just got angry, and that's how he became Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? And in this case, with Kale, her friend, her mentor, the girl she looks up to, Cauliflower, was in danger. She was really getting messed up, and, Kale was like, why am I always a burden? Why does this always have to happen when I'm around? I'm so sick and tired, so I'm not taking this anymore, yada, 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 whoop-de-whoop. Then she becomes a Super Saiyan, and then that was it. That was it. That's all she wrote. As far as Casserole and the others, they gave him a little run for their money, but the moment that Kale learned how to control her Super Saiyan form and she went Super Saiyan, that was it, folks. Like, that was it. And I really liked the beam struggle. I thought that was pretty cool, how they, clashed. And in fact, they really need more of those. Like, I really, really enjoy the, beam struggles. It always gives me that same nostalgia from when Goku and Vegeta, clashed, the Kamehameha and the Gallic Gun for the first time. But anyway, that's another story. Another episode, distant past, whatever. So, I like how they clash, and then, Casserole and the Pride Troopers, they're like, okay, we're gonna go full power. They use their full power, and then, Cauliflower's like, okay, Kale, let's give this everything we got. So then Kale goes full power, and of course, by full power, she ends up going into her berserk mode, her legendary Super Saiyan form, and she just, man, amazing. She did really, really good. Or in fact, they did really good in how they utilized it. She can control it now. Obviously, it still has a strain, but that's not something that can't be fixed. And then, same with Cauliflower. She went full power, went to Super Saiyan 2, and they they really put on a nice display in terms of that clashing of power. And then, of course, the biggest thing, this is the second reason why I thought the episode was really cool. In fact, this is number one if I had to, put those two beside each other. The biggest thing for me, as great as everything else in this episode was, the best part was when the Grand Prix said all the weaker fighters are pretty much gone and that the strongest fighters are all that's left. Which means that all the episodes we've been getting before this one were pretty much fodder fights. Some folks would have their shine only to be eliminated. Same with Krillin and all the other ones. Yeah, they're strong, but it's like, okay, whatever. We're not here for y'all. This is the tournament of power, folks. So, for me, that is great. I needed that confirmation because I was starting to become a little worried. I'm like, okay, they've been hyping this tournament up for months and months now. And now that we're here, it's like some of the fights were okay. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying some of the fights were worrisome to me. I'm like, okay, they're good, but it's like we have yet to see one long, drawn-out fight. That's what I want to see, like a slugfest. Like, I want to see somebody fight for a while. And for the Grand Prix to be like, oh, well, that was all the weaker fighters. It's like, okay, now I know why all those episodes weren't so heavy. Now, when episode 100 came around, okay, that was kind of the indication like, okay, we're going to see more of this type of stuff. So now, you can only go up from here. Hit is still in the tournament, so I'm really excited to see Hit go in action. Jiren, obviously, is still there. We know he's going to be fighting Goku at some point. Frieza is still there. I am very hyped to see what Frieza's going to do. Frost is still there. I'm curious to see what he's got going on. Kale and Caulifla. I'm glad that they are really giving these girls some shine. After all, they are the first female Super Saiyans. So we got to make sure they got the best momentum behind them as much as possible. I got to give props to the guys who produce these videos for us every day. Or, excuse me, not every day, but, every weekend. So I gotta really give them props on working so hard on these characters. But anyway, moving on. Another thing that I also had to make sure that I mention, I almost forgot, but I wasn't gonna forget, Master Roshi. Finally, like, I was wondering, I'm like, is he gonna do something aside from that little thing they did a while back? Like, no, I was ready to see this man pull out some stuff. I'm ready to see this dude fight. And they said that Master Roshi in this tournament, he's gonna look like he never aged. So I'm ready to see Master Roshi go in and get him some too. So this is gonna be good. But yeah, I'm liking this episode. I didn't have a problem with this episode. So 10 out of 10 for me. Definitely good. And before any trolls go in my comment section saying all that type of crap, look, you have your opinion, I have mine, and at the end of the day, this is my channel, this is my video, I have the last word, so it's okay to disagree, but let's not be ugly about it. Not like I care anyway, but I'm just saying, we're not dealing with all that negative junk. Now, to those of you who've been positive in your comments and liking and subscribing and all that, I appreciate that. I really do. And even then, for those of you who commented and disagreed, but y'all were cool, like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. This channel is meant to be positive. Like, I'm not saying you gotta agree, but, it's okay because, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, I still have people on my other videos commenting, disliking, and all that extra crazy stuff. Thanks for watching, but it's like, let's actually be adults if there are any adults at all who watch these videos, and let's be cool. This is something that we all have a passion for, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, it's okay. Let's have our opinions, but let's not be ugly about it. Anyway, all that aside, this makes me very hyped for the next episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 102. And last thing that I want to go ahead and say is I really hope that we see more out of Android 17, because let's be honest, let's be real honest here. The last time we saw 17 literally probably go all out, if anything close to it, it's when he fought Piccolo back in the Cell Saga. Other than that, you don't really hear anything from him. Like, we have not seen anything from this dude, except for the scene where, he was helping Goku with the, Spirit Bomb and all that, back in the Buu Saga. But other than that, yeah, I hope we see more out of him because he is a awesome badass character. So let's hope that we get something good out of him. Anyway, all that aside, this episode was good. This episode was great. In fact, as soon as I get done with this video, I'm going to go watch it again. Look, that's how good it was to me. Okay, skip what everybody else is saying. It was great. It was good. And for future reference, I pray to the commies above that they do the same thing with any other transformation like they did with Kale. Like, they gotta pull the brakes on some of this stuff. But anyway, I've already discussed that, so that's out of the way. This episode was good. It was great. And on that note, I'm getting out of here. Good night, you guys. Have a safe weekend. Remember, you can be mighty in anything and everything that you do. Don't let anybody stop you. I don't care if it is your best friend. I don't care if it's your girlfriend, boyfriend, parent. Doesn't matter. You can be mighty, you know. At the end of the day, like I've always been saying, at the end of the day, you have to be able to look back and say you have no regrets, or at least you need to be able to look back and say you don't have as many regrets. That's it. You have the final word at the end of the day when it comes to when it's all over. So, live mighty, and yeah, that's it. Be mighty. So on that note, folks, King Midas out. Peace. Good night. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe and share. Let someone else know to come to this channel, man. If you did not like it, well, thanks for coming and watching anyway. Again, let's try to keep the comments clean. Let's try to keep them positive. You know, if you don't agree, that's fine, but let's not be ugly about it. Look, okay, I'm just a simple YouTuber trying to really get out there and see what I can do. So let's be cool. Why not? We don't have to be ugly. But anyway, moving on, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.